can kick this ball rolling right about now. Hello, good afternoon, and a happy Monday afternoon to you. How is it going with you? I hope you're having an awesome time. Hope you're having a swell week. Today happens to be the first work day in this week, and I hope you're already crushing your goals. I am, if I'm doing this, because this was one of the goals I set for myself last week that I had to start doing this week, because it's been a long time since I did live videos on Instagram. So last week I decided to begin going live on Instagram again. So I'm so glad that I'm doing this. It means I'm actually progressing, okay? All right, for those of you who are meeting me for the first time, my name is Ihoma Linda Arewodo, aka the New Woman. I help women become their best so we can manifest our greatness in different areas of our lives, both personally and professionally. There's so much greatness inside of you that you are yet to be aware of, and until you come to be aware of that greatness, you cannot unleash it, and your world cannot see the light that is you. So that's what I help you do. I help you uncover, unravel, and discover the magic that is called you, so you can begin to shine in your world. All right. So if you aren't following me, please make sure you click on the button and begin following me, because I'm going to be doing this every week. I'm going to be dropping new videos on how to manifest our light, manifest our greatness, manifest our radiance as women every week. If you don't get a video on Monday, you probably get one on Sunday. So I'm promising you that I'm going to be doing this every week from now on. So today I want to talk about a topic that I've been getting so much questions, and I've been getting so much DMs about this particular question. I had a lot of people asking me about 2 weeks ago how they can find their purpose. So I decided to actually do this to help those of us who are yet to find our purpose, to discover and unravel what our purpose is in life. You know, it's very, very easy for we as human beings to get carried away. It's very, very easy for us to get carried away with everyday life. You know, the hustle and the bustle of life. You wake up by 5 a.m. Whether you're a mom or you're still a single person, you wake up in the morning by 5 a.m. You're rushing off to take care of your home chores, to prepare your hobby, or to prepare yourself for work, and you're off to work, and the next evening you're back again, and the next morning it's like a rat race. You're recycling the whole thing all over and over again. You don't have time to sit and think about it. It can be so frustrating. All right, it can be so manual. It can be so automatic. Yes, it can be so automatic that you can begin to live life on an autopilot, that you forget that there is something called purpose, and then all of a sudden you're 45. You're 50, and it then begins to dawn on you that, wow, is this what my life is going to be? Is this what I've been doing for the 40 years of my life? And is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? For some of us who are young, you might be in a job that you've been doing for like 10 years or 5 years, and all of a sudden you're dissatisfied. You're uncomfortable, you're frustrated, you're not feeling fulfilled, you're not feeling meaningful in that life, and you're wondering, this is not the life I bargained for, this is not the life I planned for myself, this is not what I want to do with my life, is this what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life? When you come to that bus stop, it means that you're not yet on the lane of your purpose. It means that you haven't actually discovered your purpose. Some people could be in the wrong jobs and they are asking themselves this question: what do I want to do with my life? It means that you need this video. This video is for you. It means that you need to sit down and listen to this video. Watch the 4 steps that I'm going to show you on how to uncover your purpose. All right. So what exactly is purpose? Because I want to be as brief as possible. What exactly is purpose? Purpose is the task or the assignment or the job or the work that you have been allocated to, that you have been given to do here on earth. Every one of us, as unique as we are, we have different and specific purposes assigned to us, allocated to us. All right? I have a different purpose. No matter how much in love you are with your spouse, you cannot have the same purpose with your spouse. No matter how much you look alike with your twin, even if you're identical, you cannot have the same purpose with your twin. Every human being is created with a unique purpose, with a unique task, with a unique assignment to fulfill. What is that assignment? That assignment is the problem that you are meant to solve here on earth. Is the task that you are meant to correct, the ills, the vices that you're meant to correct here on earth. So there are problems waiting for you to actually meet them, which you and you alone can be the solution to that problem. And then your purpose is yours to discover. Yes, it's already been determined by your creator, but it is yours to determine, to discover. That's why a lot of people can live 50 years. They can live and be buried and die and go to their graves with their purposes, with their destiny, not yet uncovered, not even unraveled. The problems they were meant to solve were never solved. They died without their world feeling their radiance, without their light shining in their life. Just imagine right now, if the young man who was meant to create Instagram never discovered his purpose and never created Instagram, you and I wouldn't be using this app right now. That's how the world works. That's how purpose works. Okay, you have something that your world needs. You have a solution to a problem that a particular set of people in your world, in your generation right now are going through, and you are the answer. You are the solution to that problem. Now let's look at the scenarios. Every business that you see all around you was created or was born out of a need that arose. Yes, businesses are created out of problems. Every business you see today was created to solve a particular problem. The medical profession was created to solve the problem of health services. The teaching profession was created or arose to solve the problem of education. All right? The legal profession was created to solve the problem of legal services. So all these professions, all these businesses arise out of a need to fill the void in a particular area, to solve a particular problem. Product and services are like too. Every product that you and I use, from the toothbrush that you use to brush your mouth, somebody sat down and created that product. That is a product of his creativity. And while he was thinking about it, the first thing that came to his mind was, how do people brush their teeth without having to use their tongues? You know, in the olden days here in Africa, we used to, our parents taught us that how they brush their teeth before the advent of toothbrush and toothpaste was to use charcoal. They'll scrub charcoal on the wall, and then they will use their hands, their thumbs, and then wipe up the charcoal and then scrub it on their teeth and then gargle their mouth with water. So maybe that young man who created toothpaste sat and thought about it, and he was like, I need to create a product, something that is sellable, that someone can actually use to brush their teeth, and it will be flexible enough to brush the tongue, to brush the inner side, the canine, and all the other sides of the teeth. And then out of that problem, he created a product called the toothbrush. So you see it, every product you use. An exercise book was created out of the need for writing material. When people were writing on slates, someone sat down and thought, and he was like, slate is not carryable. You don't need to keep wiping a slate and carrying a slate all around. You need to have a material that you can write on. Okay, and you don't need to wipe it out, so it can be documented, it can be stored, it can be recorded, it can be kept, so you have something of reference to go back to. And then the exercise book was born. So you also look at yourself, look at the very different parts of your body. Every organ on your body was made, was created, was fixed to solve a particular problem. Your eyes solves the problem of sight. Your nose solves the problem of smell. Your mouth solves the problem of speaking, of talking, of eating. And then your tongue solves the problem of taste. Your ear solves the problem of hearing. your hands to move, your legs, movement, your hands to lift things. So every part of your body has something that it solves, has a purpose. That's why Solomon says, for everything on the planet Earth, there is a purpose and there is a reason for it. Now let's come back to you as a human being, as a unique being. You are here to solve a purpose. You are here for a special and a unique reason. You have a divine commission. You have a divine, a great commission, an assignment here on earth. Now look at the Bible. When Adam was created, Adam was actually, after Adam was created, God looked at Adam and he said to Adam, wow, what a wonderful man I've just created. But after, on second thought, he said to him, his purpose would not be fulfilled if I don't give him a companion. When he said, it is not good for man to be alone. There's a problem with this young man. There's a problem with him. He has a need. He's emotionally, he has an emotional, took out of the ribs and created, out of the ribs of Adam and created a lovely woman. And that's how our purpose came to be. The woman that you're looking at right in front of you, the woman that you're seeing right now, the woman that you see every morning in the mirror when you go to make up, all right? She was created out of the need of companionship for her spouse, for her partner. God created you as a woman to solve the companionship need, to solve the companionship problem of your spouse. So that is the general purpose of every woman. Every woman has that general purpose. But as a specific human being, as a unique human being, as an individual, we all have our individual purposes. We all have our individual purposes, and we need to find out what our individual purposes are so we can begin to fulfill them. All right? So we can begin to fulfill them. So let me show you 4 steps to help you achieve that. 4 steps that will help you discover what your assignment is here on earth so you can begin living to the fullness of your life. The first thing is to identify your potentials. The first thing is to identify your potentials. By potentials, I mean your inherent abilities. What are the things that you're so good at? They are natural skills, right from when you were born, from your childhood. People used to say this about you. Your parents say this about you. They say, wow, this my daughter is so gifted at talking. She's a good talker. This my daughter is she's good at talking. Whenever she comes to talk, whenever there are people around her, she knows how to talk. You're a good talker. You're a good cook. You love to cook. You had this potential for these things. There were things that you had potential for. You were a good organizer, a good administrator. All right. Now you're an adult. You understand. You see yourself. Wow. Even now, as an adult, maybe in your adult life, in your work life, you begin to see yourself used to some particular kind of skills. You see some abilities exhibiting themselves in your life, in your job. People tell you that you're a born leader. People tell you that you're a born administrator. People tell you that you are a born skillful person. People tell you that you just see yourself showcasing. Wow, why is this person just calling and calling? All right, I'm so sorry for that. So you just see that you exhibit some level of expertise, some level of knowledge, some level of skillfulness, some ability, some talent in some areas, some skillfulness in some areas of your life. You just exhibit them. All right. When you do these things, you do them with so much skillfulness. As if you were born to do these things. These are the potentials that you were born with. For example, I discovered at an early stage that I am a born teacher. Yeah, because when I was growing up, while other kids would play with their dolls and cook food as mommy and all that, I would put together some group of kids who I'm a little bit older than, and I will use the wall of our house as the blackboard on my school, and I will begin to teach them. And at times when parents wanted to drive their kids away so they can have their afternoon nap or siesta, they would send them to me and ask me to teach them. Small teacher, teach these kids so I can just keep them busy. So that was when I discovered that I had this teaching grace, that I love teaching, that I am a potential teacher. Right, so these are my potentials. So if you're trying to find out where your calling is, where your assignment lies in life, where your purpose in life is, you need to identify your potentials. Every one of us is blessed and gifted with numerous potentials. Yes, some of us it can be beauty, for some of us it can be fashion. You know how to organize things. You know you are so good at organization. You know how to administer people. You know how to treat people. You're so social. You know how to bring people together. Team building, leadership, creativity, or is it music, or is it teaching, or is it one thing or the other? You're just so good at it. You're good at numbers. You discover you're good at numbers. You discover you're good at pioneering things. You discover you're good at managing people. You discover you're good at talking. You're good at selling things. You're good at explaining things to people. You're good at negotiating, at bringing people together. So just list them out. What are those things that you find yourself so equipped at, so skillful at, right from an early age till now? Write them down. These things are a pointer to what God is calling you to do and what you are meant to do here on planet Earth. Now let's look at the second point very, very briefly. The second point that will help you identify your place of purpose and assignment in life is your passion. By your passion, I mean, what are the things that you love? We all have things that we love, things that are dear to us, things that we are passionate about, things that are your hobbies that you can spend so much time doing. I mean, when you're doing this thing, you don't even know when time flies. You can be so carried away. When I'm teaching, I don't know when time flies. I'm not a good sweet talker, but I'm a teacher. Whenever I'm teaching, time can fly. Whenever I'm writing, I love writing, time will fly. And before you know it, it's midnight and I've realized that I didn't even have lunch. You can get so carried away. What is it that you're so passionate about that when you get into it, it doesn't matter for you if you're being paid or not? What is that stuff that you can do even when you're not being paid? You can decide to do if money was not an issue on this planet Earth, if all things were equal and we all had access to some place where a bank where we go to take money, or maybe every human being on earth will be paid a particular amount of money, no matter the career you're pursuing, no matter the career you are in, no matter the field or occupation that you're in, everybody's paid a particular amount of money and you're asked to choose a particular passion and work in it. What is yours going to be? What's that thing that you're so passionate about? Because when you love something, I've realized something, that when you love something so much, you understand that thing. There's something about passion. When you love something or when you love somebody, you understand that person. Imagine your best friend. You're in love with your best friend, or you're in love with your spouse. You have an understanding of that person's weaknesses. You have a deeper understanding of that person's strength, even more than the next person, because you love this person. Everything the person does is exciting, is motivating to you, is beautiful, it looks good for you. So the things that you love breeds understanding, breeds wisdom for you. You get so wise in the areas of the things that you love. Do you love cooking? You will see yourself being so creative, so innovative in the areas of your passion. Because I love teaching. Sometimes some crazy ideas just keep coming to me about topics, about things, about revelations, because I love teaching. If you love cooking, you will see ideas will just be dropping about how to make a particular soup, because you are passionate about cooking. You'll be so sensitive to that particular thing. You'll be so motivated to that particular thing. You can endure in that particular area of life. Why? Because you love to talk about it. It's in you. It's innate. It's what gives you the joy. What keeps you happy. So what are the things that you are passionate about? They are a pointer to your purpose in life. What you love breeds wisdom for you. breeds wisdom for you, and it is in the place of your wisdom that you receive the graces that you need to function and be unique and radiate your light and radiate your greatness. Okay, so identify, list down as you're listening to me in this video, as you're watching this video, list down all of the things that you love doing. List them down. Okay, they will help you identify your purpose. Okay. All right, let's look at the third thing. The third thing on my agenda is anger. I know some of us can be like, wow, anger. Yeah. Anger is an emotion, and anger is an energy. Anger is also power. Anger is also an ability. Okay, anger is an energy, but it needs to be channeled in the right direction. Anger needs to be directed in the right direction for it to be positive. So there are a lot of things that you are angry about in life. Those things are pointers to the things that you are supposed to solve, or the things that you are supposed to correct, the things that you get angry at. Now look at the story of Moses. Moses was living in the palace, but whenever he went out, he saw people who were being enslaved. He never even knew that he was an Israelite and not an Egyptian, but he had this anger in him for slavery, for maltreatment. He was so angry when he saw the Israelites being maltreated, and that was a pointer to his purpose in life. Yeah, I'm coming. All right. So I want you to understand that in life there are things that will push you to the wall. There are things that you abhor. There are things that you don't want to see. There are things that make you so angry. These things may not be happening to you firsthand. You may not be the one experiencing these things, but when you go out and you see them happening to other people, you have this anger in you. You feel so bad. You want to change the situation. It means that that's where you should channel your energy towards. It means that that's what you've been called to correct. It means that that's the problem that you've been charged with to correct on the planet Earth. Because what you can't commit to, you cannot actually confront. So you need to be able to commit to that situation, to be able to confront it. And your anger is an indicator that you are ready to commit yourself to attacking this thing, to confronting these vices. It's just like a relationship. You commit to somebody before you are able to marry the person and say, I can actually take care of your needs, do everything that concerns you. So when you are angry, it's your spirit telling you that you have a commitment to actually confront this. You have an ability, you have the power, you have the potential to confront this thing. Because what you do not confront will continue to be perpetuated, will continue to be sustained, and will continue to happen until it eventually happens to you. So anger is an indicator of your purpose and your assignment in life. What are the things that you're angry about? I'm angry about ignorance. When I see women who are ignorant, it annoys me. It annoys me terribly. I get so pissed off. When I see women who are being abused, I get angry. When I see women who are sexually abused, in domestic abuse, going through domestic abuse, when I see inequality, gender inequality, it annoys me. That's why I'm a female advocate. I want to speak for the rights of women. That's why when I see women who don't rise up to their rights, it annoys me. It makes me angry, pisses me off. When I see women who don't want to develop themselves, who are ignorant, who don't want to build their capacity, who want to die in ignorance, it annoys me, because I know that they are throwing away their rights and their greatness, because I know that they can be better. So that shows me my purpose in life, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I hope you can see the connection right now. So what annoys you? What makes you angry? What is it? Is it sexual abuse? Is it gender imbalance? Is it ignorance? Is it abortion? you need to arise and begin to tackle that problem. It's an indicator that you are the solution to that problem. All right, it's an indicator that you are a solution to that problem. Then lastly, the last thing that can help you identify your place of calling assignment is your pain. Every one of us has an area of pain. We've all experienced pain in one area of our life or the other. Yes, this now is very personal. The anger area might not have happened to you. It could have been happening to somebody, but you just realize that when you see children on the streets, you get aggrieved, you get angry. When you see children not going to school, out of streets, without shoes, without bare necessities, it makes you angry. That one is for anger. It doesn't happen to you. But for pain, this is an experience that grieved you. An experience that you had maybe in your childhood. It grieved you so much. Maybe you saw your mom being abused by your dad. You had an absent father. You had a domineering mother. You experienced rape. You experienced sexual molestation. You experienced whatever it is. You experienced a heartbreak in your first relationship. Whatever. Were you battered in your first marriage? What is it that pains you? Were you hurt by your friend? Were you betrayed by a friend? Were you abused? Were you molested by some gang of people? Did you experience a kind of sickness? Do you have a child that is suffering from cerebral syndrome? Whatever it is. Or did you experience poverty, abject poverty while you were growing up? This is an experience that when you remember it, it pains you. It grieves you. It grieves you. That area of pain causes you to be compassionate to people who are also in this circle, people who are also in this situation. So it is a pointer because you now are able to put yourself in the situation because you've experienced it. You felt the pain firsthand where it pinches. You understand how it pinches, and now you are broken. You've come out of it. The fact that you are listening and that you're not dead means that you've come out of it. Possibly you've healed emotionally. Possibly you've come out of that situation. Now this is an indication that it is not just for you, but it is for someone else who is going through that pain, because problems never end. That problem that you went through, that pain that you went through, it hasn't ended. The world is still full of bad things. People are still being molested. 5-month-old babies are still being molested. Women are still being abused and kicked away and battered by their spouses. Women are still being heartbroken. You went through an emotional relationship. You left it very emotionally depressed. Now you're okay. You're putting your life together. It is time for you to help other women who are in that situation come out of it. That's a pointer to your purpose. That's a pointer to your assignment. That's a pointer to help the people who are in that place. Because after you've gone through this, you understand it. You have a deeper well of understanding, and then this anointing falls on you that gives you the grace and mercy to speak to people with your story, and they can be broken and find their own mercy. They can be broken and find their own healing. All right. So what exactly have you gone through that you have healed from? What is it that you have healed from? What is it that makes you angry? What is it that you are so passionate about? What is it that you are gifted at? You need to find them. List them out. Your giftings, which are your potentials, your passions, the things that you love doing, the things that anger you, that makes you annoyed, angry, and frustrated and pissed out, and the things that grieve you, the things that have pained you, the things that you went through, the things that you experienced in life, that you have scars. No wonder Jesus says, touch me not, trouble me not, because I bear the marks on my body. Trouble me not, because I carry my scars. Every one of us has our scars. We all have our cross to bear. And without the cross, we cannot get to Calvary. Without the cross, without Jesus going on the cross, we cannot accept salvation. Without us carrying our cross, we cannot get our lifting. So you need to not shy away from your pain, but to learn the lessons. To understand the story, to gain the wisdom that your pains are showing you, so you can use them to find out who exactly it is you are, and assignment and calling that has been given to you by your Creator. Okay, so this is the much we can take today in this section. If you enjoyed this video, please give your girl a follow on any of the platforms that you are watching from, whether it's Facebook or Instagram. I also love to have a like and a comment from you, but if you're catching it from YouTube, do give me a subscribe. Bye.